Peer-to-peer is an evidence-based practice designed for students with autism and other types of neurodiversity. It creates opportunities for them to build authentic connections with their general education peers.
The general education peers are provided with information and taught skills to support their neurodivergent peers with participation in mutually engaging social opportunities, allowing kids to just be kids, all while building authentic friendships that enrich the lives of everyone involved.
Research shows that peer-to-peer support not only helps autistic and neurodiverse students build social, communication, and academic skills, but it also fosters empathy, leadership, and inclusion among their general education peers. In other words, everyone benefits.
Key steps include recruiting peers, scheduling time together, choosing natural settings for connections, training students, and then maintaining the program. With these pieces come together, peer-to-peer becomes more than a support. It creates a culture of acceptance, friendship, and belonging for all students.
We felt the best way to illustrate the powerful impact peer-to-peer can have is to hear directly from individuals that have participated. You're about to hear from two students, Max and Elijah. Elijah is a middle school student with autism who has some complex communication and behavior needs. He was having some challenges at school last year and was really struggling to come to school in the morning. At a team meeting, the idea of creating a peer-to-peer opportunity to start the day was discussed to hopefully help Elijah have something fun to look forward to in the morning and make that transition into school easier for him.
And Max is a young man who eagerly volunteered to participate in the peer-to-peer that first hour, as he too was not enjoying his first hour elective course. Both Max and Elijah were interviewed for this video and asked to share about their experiences participating in peer-to-peer this past year. And you are going to also hear from their moms as they share their perspectives on how this opportunity impacted both of these amazing boys.
So Elijah is 13 years old. He has a diagnosis and a school eligibility of autism. He has high supports needs. He's non-speaking, but uses LAMP to communicate in pictures, schedules all of the tools that help him get through his day. I've known Elijah since he was 8 years old, yes. And when he first came, he did not have formal education. He did not use any visuals. He did not use LAMP. It was all new to him. So in the last several years, he's come a long way with being able to express himself.
Max is a pretty good student. He does, what is expected of him in school. It's not his favorite thing to go to school. So as far as his feelings prior to the peer-to-peer program that he was doing with Elijah, I would say he was a solid student, but not as motivated as what he could, be up to his potential. So when Max started peer-to-peer, it really had an impact on him in a positive way. He really knew he had to be there for Elijah.
Elijah, who's Max?
Friend. My friend.
Elijah's a really good friend of mine. I love hanging out with him, playing games.
Elijah, how does Max make you feel?
Feel. Happy.
I like playing with a ball and just walking around the gym talking with him. He liked playing pass with a ball a lot, I could tell.
Elijah's able to express his feelings more. He's able to go out into the community and he's willing to try new activities that he wasn't able to do before.
You want to play? Yes or no, Elijah?
You want to play yes or no? Play yes or no?
Play. Nice job.
He'll go bowling. He's tried putt-putt golf. He just going for a walk in nature. He would never do that before. And now, whatever the kids want to do, Elijah's up for it, or at least he'll try. That first hour helped Elijah to know that he had a friend, and that because everybody wants a friend, right? Like humans want to connect. Elijah wants to connect with people. And so that first hour of the day gave him that opportunity to connect with somebody that wasn't demanding anything. So, I mean, as you clearly know, with autism, everything's almost a demand. Like demand on his sensory system, demand on his ability to answer a question or to understand what's happening around him in the environment. Max didn't demand.
I think that's what was so great about this opportunity, is that it wasn't like Max had to have a lot of, training or work ahead of time. He just could naturally be himself. He could just naturally be a friend. And that was what was so great about this experience. And I would say, coming from the educational side, from not the mom side, that it was not hard work for the educators either, because it was just, let's let these kids be friends and give them those opportunities to be together in that gen ed setting and building that relationship together. So there was a time that I received a text message from one of Max's friends, moms, and she said, "Can I get some information, or can we talk some other time about, her son doing exactly what Max is doing?" She said, her son comes home and tells me about Max's experience and how much he loves it.
Some of them asked some questions. They were like, "Why do you keep going to that class?" And I had to explain. Some of them thought it was cool. I think some of them would have wanted to do it too.
Yeah, pretty much daily there was something that Max came home to share. We didn't even have to prompt him or ask him about how things were going. He would just naturally bring it up. He talked a lot about the other students in the classroom, but daily there was, he told us what he would do with Elijah. They spent a lot of time in the gym.
We played games, we went to the gym and walked.
And Max enjoys sports a lot, so he really was incorporating that in his everyday with Elijah, and he was so happy with, Elijah wanting to participate with him, and he continued to see that kind of grow as times went on.
He started warming up. The first week was he didn't really interact that much, but then he started interacting a lot more, and it was great. I think he learned to communicate a lot better, because I could tell he used his reader a lot more.
There was one day I remember specifically, our family was driving to go to dinner, and he just randomly brought up Elijah in the car as, a family conversation, and I just knew then that it was really impactful. When it was Elijah's birthday, Max had told me that it was his birthday and he wanted to go shopping for him. So that was really cool to see him pick out things that he specifically liked, and Max knew what he liked. In fact, he knew exactly what type of Pop-Tarts to buy along with the other gift that he got. So that was really cool as well. But then at the end of the year, Elijah got Max a present for just being there for him. And it was a roller coaster Lego set, which is cool because the two kids plan on going to Cedar Point together. So that's pretty meaningful. But I think what was most meaningful about the gift was the card. So when Max opened up the card, it was all written out in lamp language, and Max was able to read through that, and he actually got emotional when he read it.
It was a paper, and it was he spelled, "Can you hang out with me sometimes?" with his iPad. It was really cool. I have it in my room frame.
When Elijah first came to me, he came through foster care.
Do you want to be adopted? Yes or no?
Every day, every 90 days in court, they called him feral. It's just to be called feral and to listen to somebody call him feral when you know that it was just sensory and communication is all he needed. And then for Elijah to tell you that he just needed a friend, and that with a friend he would be able to go out into the community and do things that he wasn't able to do before. I mean, it changed Elijah's life, definitely. You can be a level 3 autistic, non-speaking person that has to carry a string with him everywhere he goes in order to regulate. And knowing that somebody gave him a chance, I think is life-changing for any person. All people want a friend. I mean, that's just human nature.
Peer-to-peer, to me, is a must. It's something that should be implemented in every district. All students deserve the opportunity to have friends. And this program really gives kids that opportunity. And it's impactful, not only for the student with the special education eligibility, but the gen ed students that help support them. They can grow so much from this experience. It's an experience that nobody else can give them in the school setting.
I mean, just give them a chance. Just because they don't play like other kids or interact like other kids doesn't mean that they aren't watching and listening.
Just do it. You know, I just want to say, just do this. It's what's right. It's what everybody needs, and you'll just love seeing the relationships that are formed and just the progress that all students involved can make by implementing peer-to-peer.
As you listen to them tell their story, it becomes abundantly clear that both Max and Elijah, as well as their families, were profoundly impacted by their peer-to-peer experience. And just an update, Max started high school this year, where he plans to volunteer in an additional peer-to-peer opportunities. And Elijah transitioned back to his home school district, where he will have more integrated opportunities with peers and more opportunities to demonstrate some of his skills in the classroom, skills he was not able to demonstrate before peer-to-peer and Max entered his life.
Although they won't be attending the same school this year, Max and Elijah continue to make plans to get together outside of school and even occasionally meet up on the opposing sides of their now rival high schools' football games. And as their mutual enjoyment of roller coasters and amusement park rides illustrates, when you have a friend by your side, it makes the hard stuff not so scary.
For additional information and resources on peer-to-peer, please visit the START website at gvsu.edu/autism center. And if you are within Lenawee County and would like additional support starting a peer-to-peer program at your school, please feel free to email us. We would be happy to help.